Tell me a little bit about you, Trish, in terms of, what's your stories
Uh,
going
my
through cancer
story,
and
my story is that I was diagnosed with breast cancer in June 2012 when I was still 45, and then I had a double mastectomy. I had chemo for 6 months, and I had another special targeted therapy called Herceptin for 12 months.
yeah.
So every 3 weeks for 12 months, and then I finished that in January of 2014, and then a month later I went and had a tumor within my leg removed, and then they found out that that was also a malignant sarcoma. I had that taken out. I had
Oh, you
about,
have sarcoma as
yeah,
well.
in my left thigh, and then I had a slow recovery from that because I had a drain initially, but my leg kept swelling up. So I had to
Yeah.
keep going and having it drained under ultrasound. And then I started and had radiation therapy for 6 to 7 weeks through May and June. I got over that, and then from there I've just gone in leaps and bounds of doing different things. I'm a community advocate with the Cancer Council, and I've worked on a few different projects with
Wow.
them. And
Wow.
I do fun runs for different charities.
Ah,
I choose a different one every year because they're a lot of fun. I mostly do the City to Serve in
yeah.
Sydney, and yeah, I just participate in as many community events and Relay for Life, and have a lot of fun with the people that I do it with. There's a lot of
Yeah.
there's a lot of fun to be had, and I think that's what keeps me going. At the moment, I'm well.
Yeah.
I don't have any problems,
Yeah.
but
Have you always been like that, Trish? Have you always been giving back to the community, or is that
no,
something that,
I've tried to over the
uh,
years, but obviously family comes first when you've got a younger
of
family. So
course.
uh,
Yeah.
I've got a 24-year-old son and 11-year-old twins, and the twins have kept me busy now.
Oh, 24 and 11, that's like 13 years gap.
Very big gap.
Yeah.
And I do a
So
lot
if
of
I were
things.
to ask, yeah, you do.
I do
So,
dragon boating, which is a lot of fun. And so I've met people
yeah.
from all over Australia, and because I started doing dragon boating with a group of women called Dragons Abreast, so they're all breast cancer survivors or people that are still going
Yeah.
through breast cancer treatment. Um, so I've
Yeah.
met people up and down the coast and all the way across to Western Australia, and we paddle in competitive and fun competitions together, have a lot of laugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
You
that's what
probably
I'm at.
you're probably like more active than the people who hasn't got cancer.
Maybe. No, I know that nobody would choose to have any kind of cancer, but I can see that um, it it changed the way that I live my life in a lot of ways.
Yeah, and this is something that I want to ask as well, because I remember like next year I said I want to have collect all these stories from different cancer patients in terms of how has cancer changed your life.
I think it's made me be more thankful for the things in my life and to appreciate the blessings. And like you said, just laugh more. And I've been following your page for a while, but I don't always write a lot of things because just the time. And sometimes I'm just flicking through while I'm waiting for my children at an event. And so I'm reading but not typing. But I think
Yeah,
that I know there's a lot more people that go through it and are very lonely, and they carry a lot of
yeah,
bitterness because they don't have people to build them up. And I think that
yeah,
I'm a bit of a nurturer, so I have a lot of friends, and I nurture them and I get nurtured in return. But I don't do it
Yeah,
for that
yeah.
reason. But it's yeah, no, I think I'm very, very blessed with the friends that I've made since I've had cancer, and even the ones that I had before have been a blessing to me.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And like it's important, isn't it? And when we talk about, and that's why I said, actually earlier in my videos, I said, be kind because
Yes,
when you
that's
are kind, you will have a lot of people around you, and you will need the support network from the people around you when you can't do a lot of things, going through treatment. So it's important to be kind and build your support network and
definitely.
have good people around you. And
I know,
yeah, so
I know from the breast cancer support, like the people who are in our dragon boat clubs, and they have supporters and paddlers and sports people, that some of them become your best friends. And I know that
yeah,
a lot of the people that I know, we're good friends and we chat when we see each other at different events and meet up and have a drink sometimes and have a meal. But in their individual teams, that sense of community and sisterhood is so important. And they
yeah,
always have a lot of laughs together. And so do I.
yeah,
My Dragon
yeah.
Boat team had a Christmas party the other night, and we were stuffing balloons into pantyhose stockings and sticking them on our head like antlers. But it was good fun.
That's so awesome. That's great.
And then they put
And
the photos up
and
on Facebook.
you have to share me that photo so that I can share it on my page as well.
I'll
I
tag
love
you
it
in
when
it.
people are, yeah, that would be amazing. I love it when people are, having fun and being playful because sometimes we get too serious about life. We've got to enjoy it.
Well, I think I'm lucky too because I've got younger kids. There's always something to laugh about with them. They're
Yes,
always doing
yes,
something.
I love, yes, yes, that's for sure. Like whenever I go to visit my niece and nephew as well, I just love they still have no wall, and then these days people have so much wall, and there's a lot of fear, and they forgot to be playful, and they forgot to be spontaneous and
That's
curious,
right.
you know.
And I have to
And
say, I love your
my
t-shirt. I have to make sure people can they is it back to front?
Yeah, it's not back to front, but it's what do you call it?
Mirror
It's
reflective.
flip. I'm sure they can still read it too. So thank you so much for supporting me in this movement. But before we go into like talking about the happiness ambassador, I have another questions for you in terms of
Yes.
what do you believe what do you believe happiness is, and has your sense of happiness changed before and after cancer?
I think that I've been through a few challenges in life, but I think that I've always had a sense of happiness from the point of view that I've been well supported by the people around me and my family, and but I think the difference now is that I try to make each day count, and I don't care. I don't care what I look like. I'll do things. I do the Cupid's undie run where I don't quite run in my undies, but almost. I wear a t-shirt over the top. And so if you look up Cupid's undie run, and I just don't care what people think anymore. It's like if you don't like it, don't watch.
Go bugger up.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what's amazing though. Because when I did my presentations, right, I did presentation around happiness, and then I did this experiment. The first experiment is I asked them, what makes them happy, and then the second experiment is that what do you believe society's expectation of happiness is? So on the first experiment, they answer with, all the things that makes them happy is the family, love, music. Some people say food, right?
Oh,
All
food
those
makes
things
me
that
happy.
Yeah. And then on the second experiment, they say that, the society's expectation is obviously, having a successful career, having a nice car, having a big house, and then you need to ask, so if people already know what makes them happy, then why is it that they're so miserable trying to fulfill society's expectations of happiness?
Yeah.
And then what you just said just now is that I don't care anymore now. So
Oh, I
actually that
don't.
level of that level of care is what will make us happier, which is like you know
I'll do anything for a laugh.
yeah. And I think, until, because before I've gone through cancer, Belinda is here. Belinda said hello. Is Belinda
I
your
know.
friend?
Belinda does the Cupid's Undie run too.
Oh,
She's
that's
a
she.
champion at it.
All right, you have to show me your, it's gonna sound inappropriate. I was gonna say you have to show me
We,
your undies photos, but that's gonna sound
we,
inappropriate.
we, we do it at the same place.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. All right, you have to share me the photos that I can share it. But I love
I'll
that,
link you in the page.
yeah, I'll put it up because so that people can have a laugh about it as well. But that's what's amazing, isn't it? Like, I think we care too much. It wasn't until like we face our own adversities that, we realize, what really matters, and we shouldn't care about all those small stuff.
I think so long as you're not hurting anyone, like laughing
Yeah.
at someone else's expense is not nice. And
No.
but if you're doing it and laughing at yourself is the best fun of all.
Yeah. I agree with you, Trish. So now I'm gonna answer questions, and I just want to thank you as well for joining the
It was my
movement to be
pleasure.
the happiness ambassador in New South Wales, the first one in New South Wales.
Yay!
So why do you believe in the power of hugs and laughter? And have you always been a hugger? And have you always laughed at
Well,
life?
I've always been probably a hugger and a nurturer because I came from a family
Yeah,
that was like that. And
yeah,
like my father was a very big hugger, and he passed away 12 years ago.
yeah.
I just saw what Belinda wrote. Like me laughing now
Yes,
that I
it
don't
just.
need shampoo. Same as I laugh
I
when I
know
didn't
we
need
said.
when you've got no hair from chemo and you don't have to shave your
I know.
legs and don't have to
I
use
know.
shampoo.
We save on shampoo. We save on, but even sometimes the soap irritates me, so I actually use baby soap rather than adult soap. I was
Yeah.
so sick. I think I stopped buying shampoo. I stopped buying clothes because I just wear the hospital gown for a year.
Oh no, I didn't have that. I didn't have to do that at least. But
No?
I noticed that I stopped worrying about. I didn't care what I wore. I wore clothes for comfort.
Yeah, it's great though. But it wasn't until we gone through the experience that we stopped caring about it, you know?
And I even let my kids eat cake for breakfast or ice cream if they wanted to. When I
Oh,
need to. Not always. Life's too short.
yeah, life is too short indeed.
You have
So
to enjoy it. It's like
who
your
who do
shirt.
who do you want? Ah, thank you.
Life is too
Appreciate
short
it.
without laughter.
I know, right? I'm gonna see if I can. There's a lot of people in the park behind me. I'll see if I can at least hug one stranger, okay?
Okay.
That's my
The
mission for
challenge is
today.
on.
The same with you, Trish. You still got how many hours now until the day ends? So see if you can hack someone new.
Hug someone. I can hug the bus driver, but that's about it. Oh no, I am going out
That's
dragon boat
great.
paddling later. I hug lots of people because
Oh,
it's dragon boat
would
paddling.
you?
We don't see each other all the time, and
Yeah.
then when we do see each other, we give each other a hug.
Ah, that's beautiful. Would you take all the hack photos and then tag me in it, and I'll upload it on the Hacks for
I'll
Change
try
website.
to, but I can't take a photo if I'm hugging. I have to get someone to take the photo.
Yeah. I've become, you know what I've done? I've become good at like one hug selfie.
I'll have to get one with Belinda next time.
Yeah. Does Belinda lives in does Belinda lives in New South Wales as
She
well?
lives in Sydney.
Is she close to you? Oh,
She lives in
okay,
Sydney, but
okay.
I'll have to wait till we do the Cupid's Undie run.
Yeah. Are you still
You'll have to
here,
go and do.
Belinda?
You'll have to go and do the Cupid's Undie run in Melbourne. It's going to be in all over Australia next year.
I have to check it out.
You don't
I have
just
to
have to
check
wear
it
your
out.
undies. You can
You
wear a
can wear
shirt over,
none.
or you can dress up as Superman.
Yeah. That's great. So, another question, Chris, like, who do you want to dedicate your hacks for?
Who do I want to dedicate them to?
Yeah.
I've lost a few friends to cancer, and I've got a few friends that do have terminal breast cancer. So I dedicate it to them.
Yeah. It's heartbreaking. I just one of my friend recently gained her wings as well last Friday, and she has cervical cancer.
Yeah,
And then a few months before that, it's my friend who she has she has got like breast cancer twice, and then she has pancreatic cancer. So I started this. I don't like the college journey, but I started this chapter of going through cancer in 2015, and made a lot of friends, and probably the same with you as well with your
yeah,
spirit. You meet a lot of friends as well, Trish.
yeah.
And unfortunately, when it when it comes to cancer, some people didn't make it through, and you know it's so funny. My friend said to me, stop making friends at the hospital, because I went to 6 funerals in a
Oh
year. It was
no.
really heartbreaking for me. They're just beautiful people,
Oh,
and like you.
I've made some good friends through cancer, and mainly through the internet, and a few of them I've been friends with for years through
Wow.
us all having cancer. Some of them I've met in real life and hugged them in real life and
Yeah.
shared
Yeah.
stories with them in real life, but a lot of them don't
Yeah.
get very close to me now, so it's a bit harder. But they're going strong.
Yeah.
They're keeping on
What was
keeping
that?
on.
Sorry.
They're going strong, most of them, and going well.
Yeah.
There's one or
Yeah.
two that are not so well.
Yeah. What would be your message for people going through cancer, Trish?
What would be my what, sorry?
Your message.
Oh,
Your
my
message for
message.
people who are going through. Yeah.
I know it's very hard for people because they're told to be positive all the time, but I think that I would tell them to um, just to dig deep and do the best they can, because they can only do the best they can at the time. But they don't have to be strong for everybody. And
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing, because, another family member of my extended family is, she's only 45 and been diagnosed with lung cancer. And
Yeah.
and I know that, and she's been writing poetry and other things, but I think that while it's all well and good to have that really tough attitude, that sometimes you do need to be nurtured, and that people going through cancer should let others nurture them so that they
Yeah,
don't have to hold, do it all by themselves.
yeah, no, for sure, for sure. And it's funny, like even when we talk about, oh, you don't, I don't know, I like for me because I know that even though I'm all about positivity, I wouldn't tell them to be positive because everyone
Yeah,
else will say like stay positive. So sometimes I just being there and then just give that, like you said, just give space for them to be okay to experience the low, because you don't have to be positive all the time. I
yeah.
think what's more important rather than staying positive is to not lose hope.
There's a few
Because
pages I follow where it is find three positive or three happy things every day, even if not everything is. And
yeah,
I think the other thing is
yeah,
you laugh with them through their tears, and you cry with them when you have to, but just be there with
yeah,
them,
yeah,
hang in there with them.
yeah, it's important. Yeah. I suppose like with me, and this is something that I've done personally in terms of going through it, is that, I make a promise to smile every single day, even if it's just once, and then it just, no matter like how bad the day is, I just smile, even if it's just once, and I know that, I'm still counting my blessings, and it has helped me, and that's how actually the Laughter with Cancer page started. So I think to I know some days you just want to cry because things doesn't work, your body doesn't work, and then things just moving so slowly. But if we still need to be grounded in that sense of gratitude, because if once we get into anger, then the energies becomes quite negative, and you don't want to go there because it will sap up your energy.